How's it, folks? I was originally planning on waiting a little longer before making any videos covering the Star Wars mods, until yesterday I found a lightsaber mod that also comes with its own sound effects. Take a listen. This got me excited enough to look for other Star Wars mods and make a quick mod list with them. So let's get started with the lightsaber mod called Immersive Lightsabers by SomberX. This mod changes the looks and sound of the various melee weapons into your lightsaber of choice, with a couple of colors to choose from, as well as 2 different handles to pick from. And if you run around spamming your powers, or I suppose you can call them force abilities now, it will also make roleplaying as a Jedi or Smith a little bit more interesting. If you wish to manually install this mod, then you will need to create your own folders and subfolders and pick what you need before putting it in the data folder in My Documents. For example, if you wish to replace a wakizashi with a red lightsaber, then you need to pick one color from one weapon, place it in the data folder, such that your folder contents will look something like this, with the .nif file for the mesh and textures and the 7 sound files for that weapon. That will be separated into 2 folders, weapons, and sound banks. Once you got those folders set up, copy and paste them into your data folder, and then it should work. Hopefully this will help some of you, as it took me a while of troubleshooting to get it to work myself. Now that you have your fancy new weapon, you will need some enemies to slice and dice through. This is where the Mandalorian Bounty Hunters faction comes into play. It essentially replaces the Ecliptic faction with Mandalorians, complete with their own armor and helmets. I believe there are 4 different helmet variants at the moment, with different color schemes. If you want a more unique and more easily recognizable set of Mandalorian armor, then perhaps it will be worth trying out the Boba Fett Jango Fett replacer. This mod replaces the look of the Starborn armor, but in my case, I downloaded the optional extra file to replace the Mantis armor. This has both female and male variants as well. Next, we are changing the UC and New Atlantis to become the capital of the Empire's forces. The first mod changes the UC security forces into Stormtrooper armor, and you can also look like a Stormtrooper yourself if you get the UC Sec armor and helmet. This mod also is working on changing the Freestar Collective into the Rebel faction, as well as the rest of the UC armor into Imperial versions, as well as various weapons into a Star Wars equivalent, and perhaps even more once the creation kit becomes available.
Oh, come on, seriously?
The next 2 mods heavily complement the Galactic Civil War conversion mod. The first changes a lot of the artwork, terminals and more to look like New Atlantis belongs to the Empire. It also changes the logos of the UC faction aligned NPCs, so if you happen to come across the Space Grandma, then she is now affiliated and known as an Imperial citizen. The second mod, called Galactic Empire Flag, does what it says on the box and changes the UC flags into Imperial ones. Once again, there are a number of variants to choose from, but I just went for the default for this one. There are some more Star Wars mods available on the Nexus, but most of them being weapon sound effect changes, and a couple of being save games with character presets available. But I feel like this is a good enough starting point to get your Star Wars itch in a Bethesda game. Hopefully more expansive overhaul mods will start arriving, where the modders have the appropriate tools to make their work easier. I hope you all have a fantastic day, take care, and cheers for now.